Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, y'all.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Leo!
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey. Check. Shit.
Defense.
On first down, Tannehill. From the left side, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all like it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Don't get nervous. Check 99. Check 99.
Tight off.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Safety creep.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott, he's going to fire one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 26. Check 26. Hey. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Bear. Fight.
From the end zone, Tannehill gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Hey, Zoo. Hatchet. Look. Squeeze. Kill. Get it.
Here's Tannehill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go. Mike's 59. We're going to 53.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. This is Grant. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Corey Grant, his 1st touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On the ground, Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this 1st quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Door.
Kill. And turn it out. Check three. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hard.
Check 50.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ready?
21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Rock it.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check safety. Watch safety 3.
Hey, Sam off.
Safety 3. Let's go.
A give to Kamara running right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 52.
At the 30-yard line.
Buzz.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Leo.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's our time. It's our time.
Right there. 54. Right there. You're out.
Here we go. Watch the air.
Yes.
Lucky.
Hit it.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And some room to work. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Howard, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Kill.
Here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Then he hits his tight end, Ebron. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play, and a Buccaneer 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hey, kill.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. Watch twist.
Fair.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, watch it. Go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You don't want no problem in me.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott to the right side to Eric Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Mike, there you go.
On 1st down, Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Under 46.
On first down, it's Jones, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Saints. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They got things going their way.
Lutz with the extra point. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Go.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go. 45, Mike, 45. Hard. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Again, it's Kamara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Hey, here I come. A
10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Hey, Sam off.
2nd and 8 at the Bucs 10-yard line.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? 30 base.
Check line 54. Line 54. Focus, defense, focus.
Cut up.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Kamara trying the right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Here's Grant. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, kill.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mike the 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On second down now, it's Logan. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready. 18 Gator. Leo.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Buccaneers' 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, Echo.
54.
Yo, go.
Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Yep.
Man up, D. Hey, one set.
Now.
54. Mike, 54. Oh, get him.
You're out. Go.
Throwing on second down. Tannehill looking long for Thomas. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Check 59, right? Move, move. Like the 59.
3rd and long for Prescott. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Prescott now. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the red zone now, Prescott. Here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw is Tannehill. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Tannehill now to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Eli Harold in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Go on. Hey, Delta.
Check 99. Check 99.
Tight dog. Now.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man is Michael Thomas. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Look at me. Go.
Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Robinson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Recon, 152 fighter. Right there. 54, right there. 50. Hey, high 7. Go.
Mike's 5-4. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing now, Tannehill. This is caught by Robinson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Double dog. That's the way. Watch Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Slam, slam.
Running right, Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll go with Jones. Oh, nice move. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hatchet, hatchet.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, wahoo!
56.
Tannehill going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in